Ahmad Zurigi was a serial killer in Indonesia. Zurigi, a cattle breeder born on January 10, 1949, was executed July 10, 2008. He was also known as Nazib Kaluwang, or by his alias Datuk. He admitted to killing 42 girls and women over a period of 11 years. Andrew Philip Kehoe was an American farmer and treasurer of his township school board, notable as a mass murderer for killing his wife, and 43 other people, and injuring 58 people by setting off bombs in the Bath school disaster on May 18, 1927. Gary Leon Ridgway is the American serial killer known as the Green River Killer. He was initially convicted of 48 separate murders and later confessed to nearly twice that number. As part of his plea bargain, an additional conviction was added, bringing the total number of convictions to 49, making him the most prolific American serial killer in history according to confirmed murders. Alexander Yurievich Sasha Petrushkin, also known as the chessboard killer and the Bitsa Park maniac, is a Russian serial killer. He is believed to have killed at least 49 people, and possibly as many as 60, in southwest Moscow's Bitsa Park, where a number of the victims' bodies were found. Active from 1989 to 1996, 52 victim, Andrei Romanovich Chikatilo was a Soviet serial killer, nicknamed the Butcher of Rostov, the Red Ripper, and the Rostov Ripper, who committed the sexual assault, murder and mutilation of a minimum of 52 women and children between 1978 and 1990 in the Russian SFSR, the Ukrainian SSR and the Uzbek SSR. Wubum Khan was a South Korean policeman who killed 56 people and wounded 35 others in several villages in Aeong County, South Gyeongsang Province, South Korea, during the night from April 26 to April 27, 1982, before committing suicide. Giuseppe Pino Greco was a hitman and high-ranking member of the Sicilian Mafia. A number of sources refer to him exclusively as Pino Greco, although Giuseppe was his Christian name. Pino is a frequent abbreviation of the name Giuseppe. Yang Snhai, also known as Yang Zia, and Yang Liu, was a Chinese serial killer who confessed to committing 65 murders and 23 rapes between 1999 and 2003, and was sentenced to death and executed for 67. Pedro Rodrigues Filho is a Brazilian serial killer. Nicknamed Pedrinho Matador and arrested in 1973. In 2003 he was convicted of murdering at least 71 people and sentenced to 128 years in prison. Daniel Camargo Barbosa was a Colombian serial killer. It is believed that he raped and killed over 150 young girls in Colombia and Ecuador during the 1970s and 1980s. Gilles de Montmorency Laval, Baron de Race, was a knight and lord from Brittany, Anjou and Poitou, a leader in the French army, and a companion in arms of Joan of Arc. He is best known for his reputation and later conviction as a presumed serial killer of children. Delfina and Mar Hadej Gonzalez were two sisters from the north-central Mexican state of Guanajuato. From the 1950s until the mid-1960s, the sisters ran Rancho El Angel, the locus of their large-scale prostitution ring and the site of at least 91 murders. Javed Iqbal Mughal, also known as Mukri, was a Pakistani serial killer who was found guilty of the sexual abuse and murder of 100 children. Miyuki Ishikawa was a Japanese midwife and serial killer who is believed to have murdered many infants with the aid of several accomplices throughout the 1940s. It is estimated that her victims numbered between 85 to 169, however the general estimate is 103. Daria Nikolaevna Saltykova was a Russian sadist, murderer and noble from Moscow who became notorious for torturing and killing over 100 of her serfs, mostly women and girls. Daria Nikolaevna married young into the famous Saltykov family. Luis Alfredo Garavito Cubillos, aka La Bestia or Chibal and is a Colombian rapist and child serial killer. In 1999, he admitted to the rape, torture and murder of 147 young boys. His victims, based on the locations of skeletons listed on maps that Garavito drew in prison, could eventually exceed 300 in number. Harold Frederick Shipman was a British doctor and one of the most prolific serial killers in recorded history. On January 31, 2000, A jury found Shipman guilty of 15 murders. He was sentenced to life imprisonment and the judge recommended that he never be released. Henry Lee Lucas was an American serial killer. Lucas was arrested in Texas and, on the basis of his confessions, hundreds of unsolved murders attributed to him were officially classified as cleared up. Countess Elizabeth Beatrice Dexter was a countess from the renowned Beatrice family of nobility in the Kingdom of Hungary, known for being a serial killer. She has been labeled by Guinness World Records as the most prolific female murderer, though the precise number of her victims is debated. Active from 1948 to 1963, 592 victim. Christmann Ginepertinger is a mythical German bandit and serial killer from the 16th century, who is said to have murdered 964 individuals, from his youth in over a 13-year period, from 1568 until his capture in 1581.